Death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's quite true. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become.
So recently, more and more people have become aware of the changes taking place in the anime and manga industry. I'm not simply talking about the long-running versus short-running series or the overflooding of isekai. I'm simply talking about the inherent writing style of mangakas and the demand of depth coming from the audience. It's impossible to please everyone, but I feel like somehow anime shows are becoming better and better at this. It's hard to explain, but I feel like each anime we get, or each cycle, each new season we get, more and more animes are coming out that are like rated 8 or above on my anime list. And I think that speaks to where we're going now. We're going to a more unique stance of where anime has ever been. We've never been to where we're at right now. And I think we're just going to keep going up from here. But I think that's going to mean a lot of changes coming down the pipeline. That means there'll be no more cookie cutter formula for these shows. No one's going to be copying the shows that came before them. It's not going to be a bunch of shonen anime looking like other shonen anime anymore. It's going to be different, diverse, and it's going to be changes to every single show. Every single show is going to have their own uniqueness, and I love that, and we should all love that right now. But this also could spell doom for isekai. Nah, I'm playing. But like I said, even shonen is now breaking the mold. I mean, with shows like JJK, Chainsaw Man, and Hell's Paradise. I mean, these shows are called the Dark Trio. You never even thought a dark anything would ever come from shonen. I mean, I grew up from shonen. I grew up on Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, and I'm a long-standing One Piece fan. I love Naruto. Bleach is okay. I mean, for real though, like, I grew up from the OGs, and now we're here to where I'm like loving these new things. I'm loving everything they're adding, but I'm also loving the shows that aren't just shonen anymore. I'm loving the uniqueness from all around the realm right now. There's so many bangers out here right now, and so many good shows that anyone can find something, and everything can be like a hidden gem, I feel like. Not only are shows and manga becoming shorter and a lot more easier to consume, but they're also becoming a lot more vibrant and a lot more unique. I mean, they're a lot different than any other shows that came of past. I mean, you look at this Heavenly Delusion. This is the latest one that has been on the, I guess, on the most like controversial. I guess me and my friends talk about it a lot in the Discord. Oh, also join the Discord if you haven't. But still, like, we talk about the show all the time. We talk about like episode 3, episode 2, every episode. It feels like has something to talk about, and it gets talked about a lot. But that's not the only show that does it. So many other animes can spark these type of conversations, and I'm absolutely in love with it, where anime is going right now. Apart from just the stories, I mean, even characters are being way more fleshed out than they ever have been in the past. You're seeing less and less stagnant characters, less and less stagnant villains. I mean, villains are no longer villains just to be bad guys anymore. They now need reasons. I mean, who wants a villain just to be a villain anymore? No one's here for the Cells and the Freezes and the Kid Boos of the world. We want Stain, we want Doflamingo, we want Pain, we want Moriarty the Page for it, we want Light Yagami, we want all types of other villains. I mean, Eren. The list can go on and on from the villains that I think people want nowadays. But these villains aren't the only ones we see this character growth in, I guess. We now see it in the side characters. We see it in the Akis of the world. We see it in a bunch of characters that are like, can have their own spin-offs that we would follow them just like as much as we follow the main story. I believe that Aki from Chainsaw Man is just a really good example of this. Some people may not think he's a phenomenal character, but I'm telling you he is. I mean, go back and watch it again. I'm telling you, he will show you with his actions, and not just someone coming out and straight up stating that he's growing as a character in this way and that way. This is also the same case with a lot of Chainsaw Man characters. I mean, it speaks to the amazing job that Fujimoto did with his characterizing of his cast through the actions, rather than just having to come out and state something or give a flashy backstory. I mean, if you go back and watch, you'll see the genius of this writing. I'm not playing with y'all. I mean, right now, I think the fandom just wants the depth of these characters. They want the Akis, the Mobs, the Laurents, the Bojis, the Bochis, the Otokawas. Give us more characters like these, and I promise you'll keep seeing the fandom grow, or the basic community of the anime people grow. I think as anime and manga are more widely accepted, you'll see less and less mangaka relying on premises from his predecessors of the past, and you'll see more of the uniqueness to the field. I think this even goes for isekais. So I'm sure I'll be back in a few years and talking about the mold breaking for isekais. Until then, watch more, love more, see y'all later.